which way I should go, and I don't know how to come out from the rain. I thought I knew who you were, but I guess I didn't see it clearly. Everything got caught up in the clouds, and somehow I lost my way. The winds of change are here upon me now, and I don't know which way I should go. The time has come for me to realize that now is the time that I have and it won't come again. I'm looking inside, and I don't see a place for me. I can't find my way anymore. So when I say goodbye, I hope you remember me, 'cause I will remember you. The winds of change are here upon us now. We don't have the answers we need. Where shall we go? The time is gone and I don't know how to find my way. So when you walk out the door, will you turn around and take me in one last time before you go? I look through the window pane, but I can't see through the rain. I seem to have lost my way. I thought I knew what I wanted, but I can't see now which way I should go, and I don't know how to come out from the rain. I thought I knew who you were, but I guess I didn't see it clearly. Everything got caught up in the clouds, and and somehow I lost my way. The winds of change are here upon me now, and I don't know which way I should go.
Sunday Funday, everyone. We are so glad to be connecting to all of you, and we are having a spectacular time here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. We are at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in sunny West Palm Beach, and I hope wherever you are, the sun is surely shining. If not, don't worry, spring will be here soon. Well, we can hope, though some of you have had some rough weather, but that's all right. We are not going to lose ourselves in that energy of the chill, because eventually the chill will go away. And we know that we have all the power that we need to shift all the energy around us and not feel that chill so badly. So how's everyone doing today? We are in a new moon. The new moon is in Pisces energy, and those emotions are running high. Anyone have any emotional meltdowns going on? Well, definitely calling you to take a good look at yourself and really take a good look at what's going on inside emotionally, what hooks and triggers you have, what needs to be examined, what needs to be released, and where do we want to put our emotions for a wonderful new beginning, the new beginning that is our close of our second month of 2020. Can you believe we are just a few days away from the leap year of the 29th here of February? That leaps us right into March. We get an extra day in February. But the way time is flying, it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference, because we are on fast pace. And some of you are on some really high alerts because there's a lot going on in the world. But I do encourage you, do not let the fear of what's going on just really interrupt your flow. Just know that you're okay and you're protected, and everything you want and desire is lining up perfectly for you. Don't get distracted. Know that everything has a purpose and a time, and that things you cannot control, you need to just know that the universe has your back. Your angels and your guides are with you. Well, we're really excited to be giving you messages today. The best part of Sunday Funday is that for sure it is all about you. We don't have any commercials. Just talking it up with you and answering your questions in the feed. What we do ask, yes indeed, is for you to leave me your name, your birthday, and your pertinent question, and I like the specific questions. Why do I like the specific question? Because if you ask me, do I see anything for you? I might say, yeah, I see a medium-sized pizza with pepperoni coming at 5 o'clock. So you never know what I might say when you get that general, and it's really like grabbing information and just giving you an aspect which might not be your, well, goal. You have a question in mind when you say, do you see anything happening for me, SarahSpiritual? So if you've got a question, ask the question that's for your highest good. And remember that Spirit is never going to tell you exactly what to do. We need to guide you so that you make the best choice for yourself. So we're going to do a general read for everybody. We're going to put some cards down. We're going to see what's going on for the group. The collective energy, the connection with all of us here who are taking part in this Sunday Funday, and of course whatever's going on in the world, because we are sharing it out all across the nation, all across the world, and we are going to ask, please share the page. So let's talk about these emotions. I know that a lot of people have had some emotional things going on, specifically coming out of 2019. Maybe your 2019 didn't bring you everything that you wanted, and you were very excited to have 2020 come. But as you were in the 2020 energy and excited to have 2020 come, you still were holding on to some emotions and some things that weren't really filling your soul, and you weren't feeling this energy of comfort or security. Or maybe you had some changes that were unexpected at the end of 2019, and now you come into 2020 and you're feeling uncertain as to what the future holds for you. Remember to set the intentions very clearly in this new moon. This new moon is powered by your feelings and your emotions. And how do your emotions feel right now? If you're feeling a little bit of angst or disappointment or fear, then you want to find a space of joy, peace, happiness. before you write down what you want to create, before you give much thought and consideration, because we don't want those energies of angst and disappointment that you've been lugging around to muck up, yes indeed, muck up your new intentions for this fabulous new moon. And we are coming upon a very new year, because the calendar year is January, but the new moon comes upon us, and then soon we will have the new year coming upon us of the astrology, and then of course we have our spring equinox, and celebrations will be heard all across the land because so many people have had such a chilly winter. But we are excited to welcome this new energy. And so look at whatever you did to close out in 2019. Look at this time between now and the first day of spring, the spring equinox. Look at this time, these next 3 weeks approximately, that you can use the energy of the Mercury retrograde. You can use the energy of this new moon in Pisces to heal the emotions. And whatever intentions you want to set with specificity and clarity and solidness of peace, of feeling, the interconnectivity of the connection to the universe. Now's the time to hold that vibration. Just because the new year passed you by and you didn't get on the track, there's still time to get on track. There's still time to cash in the momentum that you've been wanting to be a part of, and build this time now. Build the idea of what it looks like and feels like to maybe have your own business or to attract that partner. Have financial wellness. What is it that you want to create? And how about that connection with the divine? It's so important that you maintain a connection with your creator, with source, with the divine consciousness, with the energy that really is the source that guides you through everything. We've been conditioned, so conditioned throughout time to dig up a lot of energy that has been given to us by our parents, given to us by society, and now's the time for you to pick through those beliefs and those feelings, pick through it all and really take a look at where your truths, where your beliefs are, and how you can realign yourself to the knowing of who your soul came to be. We all have a gift. We all have a destiny. We all have a feeling. We all have everything that we need perfectly right here. It's just we seem to have lost our way. Just like the song we were playing. I feel like I've lost my way, and I've got to find my way home. And the winds of change are here upon me now. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I need to go. It's time. And sometimes just the thought, just the idea, just the feeling, the adventure of moving forward, thinking, the idea of the newness, the thought of what it could be, is all you really need to create. You don't have to have all the answers. Many people, when they start a project, they don't have all the answers. The answers are gained in the momentum of the journey, of the recognizing of what they need to create and any potential obstacles that come forth. It's a journey. You can't have all the answers. You cannot have everything planned. And if you try to have everything planned, then you're going to plan to fail for sure, because what happens when the surprise comes? You get thrown for a loop. And some of you get thrown easily, so don't allow this shift and change to throw you. Hold the vision of what you want. It's like when the boat is riding in the ocean and a wave comes, it shakes it and moves it to one direction, but the boat doesn't capsize. It goes with the wave. You've got to let yourself go with what is coming before you. Creating too much resistance is going to capsize you. The whole big picture will capsize if you go against everything that comes your way. You've got to go with the flow of life and just create. And for those of you who are in a state of sorrow and sadness, emotionally heavy, well, we're going to work on that a little later. We're going to call forth the vision, the energy, the healing necessary to just line you up to that sense of peace and love, and knowing that you're worthy, and knowing that whatever has happened in your life, that those things do not define you. They're experiences that separated you from the knowing of love and safety and joy and peace. And we're going to realign you to that fabulous energy. And by aligning you to the fabulous energy that is you, we bring in the angels, we bring in your guides, and the magnificence that they bring us. So I hope you join me Thursday night, because we've got a really powerful class coming. Connecting to your guides. Who's your posse? Ever wonder who I talk to and who's giving me the messages and how I access that? Would you like to have a better relationship with your guides? Would you like to know who they are and what they bring to you? Well, Thursday night, this Thursday night, yes, we are going to be offering you a class. That class is connecting to your spirit guides, discovering your posse, getting to know who your friends are. You've got friends in high places, and those friends are just so here to help you along the way, and they're very connected to you only. They're your guides. They know your journey, they know your before, they know your after, and they know your fears. They too walked the earth once upon a time and were human. So because they have that knowing and that understanding, they have that empathy, and they know what it's like to hit a bump and feel off kilter. But your guides know how to keep you on track. And you need to learn how to pay attention to them. They all sit up there and go, oh my goodness, got a special bunch going on Earth today. So let's form that relationship. Let's build that bridge of connectivity to your guides. Let's learn how to travel with our posse and always feel safe and connected no matter where we are. So join us Thursday night. There is a coupon code. The coupon code gets you $10 off. Class is only $11. You can go to SarahSpiritual.com and look for the Spirit Guide class. I'm sure we'll pop a link in the feed, and this way you have easy access to it. But you can join us online and live here in West Palm Beach. So I do hope if you're not local that you pop online. And if you're not free on that particular night, that's okay. You can just register and then watch it when it's convenient for you, because it will be available to you. Well, I'm really glad that you're joining me here today for our Sunday Funday. We're going to take a look and see who we've got online and what's going on, and we're going to do our collective reading. And I've got quite a few cards here, even some cards we've never used here before. So it's going to prove to be a very interesting time. Let's see who we've got here. We've got Defrick, we've got Juan Love, we've got Joey Emmanuel, we've got Danielle Ortiz, Isabella Fox, and we've got so many people here. Let me check. I'm interested to my own event. I'm coming, by the way. Chris White is here. Lori Ann Scarin is here. Good to see you here. Lynn Wheatman, good to see you. And we are welcoming everybody. We've got quite a lot of action going on here, and we're going to welcome you and ask that you share the page. And when you share the page, let me know. Say, hey, Sarah Spiritual, I shared the page, and we are going to answer some questions. First, let's see what our guides have for us right here in our collective reading. So we've got 6 decks here in front of me. It's a busy place here today. We've got our heart-shaped love deck, this one being the Sacred Union. We just love that card there. And we've got our Archangel Gabriel, which is our media card. So Archangel Gabriel governs media. So we're just showing you the cards we've got in our deck today. We actually took our wonderful Mermaids and Dolphins, and we have the card of Synchronicity here. So I'm excited to share that for you. We've got our our goddess mythology cards here, and here we have the wonderful fruition card here. We've also got our moonology card, which says don't let pride get in your way, which would be the full moon in Leo, which was actually the full moon we just had, which is appropriate. And then we've got our astrology sun cards. And our sun cards are flirtation. So there's some flirtatious energy here. So as you can see, we've got a lot of cards going on here. So we're going to pick from all different decks, and we're going to see what messages we've got from Spirit. So I'm just going to put these back. We're going to shuffle them up. And I want everyone to set their intention. What do you need to hear? What do you need to know? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Do you get what you're hoping for? When you look beside you, there's no open door. What are you hoping for? Do you know? All right, we've got our Moonology cards. They are shuffled up, and we're going to take two Moonology cards. We're going to place them over here. We're taking from all of these decks today. From the moon, we're going to go to the sun cards, our sun astrology cards. We are loving these cards. They're so cute, easy to manage, and they have a message for us. And so we are going to take from that. We're going to take two cards from our sun deck, and we're going to put them back. We're going to go to our goddess cards. We're going to shuffle these up. Okay. All right, we're going to, while we're shuffling the cards, we are going to just take me off camera for a minute. So when you hear nothing for a second, just know we're just making an adjustment. And we're pulling some more cards here. And we're going to put our mermaids and dolphin card here. There we go. Here we go. All right, we've got quite a few cards to pull from here. Today we've got our sun cards, we've got our mermaid and dolphins cards, we've got our goddess cards, we've got our moonology cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, of course, we have our love cards, which we're going to save for the individual reading. So we're going to start with Archangel Gabriel, because Archangel Gabriel definitely has a message for us. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Don't compromise or water down your ideas. Listen to and trust and follow that inner voice. So I want you to follow your inner voice and stay true to yourself. Really important. It's very important that you know your truth and know who you are. Archangel Gabriel also has this beautiful message of the law of attraction. Keep your thoughts positive and surround yourself with positive people and situations, and you will attract more positivity in your life. So that's what Archangel Gabriel has for the group here. So depending on what you're navigating, this is a really important tool for you to remember that you want to stay true to yourself and focus on the law of attraction. We're going to go to our mermaids and dolphins, and the first card is wait. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Sometimes we tend to get a little anxious. We tend to push things. So this card from our fairies and our mermaids are telling us, and the dolphins are telling us, hey, don't rush. Don't go out of your way to push to make something happen. Allow it to unfold in its natural flow. And this mermaid dolphin card says, make a wish. This time is a magical moment. Make your wish and focus now. So it's really important that everyone focuses on the energy of intention with this new moon. You couldn't ask for a more appropriate energy than the new moon energy of making a wish. And since we're talking about the new moon, we're going to go to time to release negativity. This card represents a full moon, but even though we're in the new moon, this card we pulled is saying what something is so important It's time to release negativity. If you do not release the negativity in your life, you will not be able to move forward. You've got to let go. Remember, let go and let God. And then we have our gibbous moon. You're on your way very close to achieving your goal. So some of you here are really close to achieving a goal, close to achieving what you want to create. And this is a powerful time for you as you create these goals. And then we go to our sun astrology cards. And what I love about these cards is they really tell a very simple story, and they talk about isolation. Sometimes we isolate ourselves from people because we're in this shutdown mode, and isolation is not always a good thing. It's good to have time to self, but when you begin to isolate yourself, you can fall into some thought patterns that are really just kind of grabbing hold of you and negatively influencing you. So please look into how much time you spend by yourself. If you're in an isolated situation, you may want to free yourself from that. And then, of course, for those of you who are in the month of February, and February being the month of love, well, my goodness, time for a little seduction. So some of you are really ready to embrace that romantic connection and seduce your lover. And this is an important time for those of you who are ready to do that. And we're going to go to our wonderful, wonderful cards that are for our goddesses. And we're going to pick these cards up so that we can really see. We haven't used these cards before here, so I really want to share these cards with you. I'm going to kind of pick this up because it's so important that we kind of air these new cards with all of you. They're truly a beautiful deck, spectacularly designed, I must say, and we're going to use these cards quite often today, and this is the mythological goddesses. So here we have the goddess of pleasure, and this too is a mermaid, and she represents the sea. So life has to be filled with pleasure. And for those of you, it's time for you to give yourself permission to feel good. What's that song? If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. If it makes you happy, go for it and enjoy yourself and celebrate life. And it's okay to feel pleasure and joy in your existence. And then we're going to go to our next one, which is fear, which sometimes is the opposite of pleasure, yes? So we've got fear, and this fear card is telling me that a lot of you are still in a reactive state, and your choices are being driven by fear. Fear is freezing you and not letting you move forward. In the emotions that you're feeling, please allow the emotion of joy, love, the power of your connective source energy to override the feeling of fear. And that's something perfect to realign emotionally in this new moon energy, letting go of emotions that no longer serve you, emotions that are not representative of the life you want to create. And fear is always false evidence appearing real, false evidence appearing real. So we don't want to allow fear to grab hold of you and wrestle you and throw you down to the ground and not allow you to move yourself forward. So we've got some really great cards. I'm really looking forward to sharing this deck with all of you, and this deck is available here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. The Mythical Goddess Tarot. It's a beautiful deck, and I do encourage you to use this deck. What I love is the Egyptian influence to it. The book is absolutely spectacular. It has wonderful information regarding the cards, but a beautiful picture to match it. This is available here at our center. And we just opened this box. It's been in the back. Oh, and here we go. A card just flew out. I love when they fly at me. Alchemy. Well, that's what we represent here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm. We represent alchemy. So the wonderful mythical goddess of alchemy is here. So this is a time for you to change, transform, transcend things that no longer serve you, and create what you want. It's a new moon energy. I got a new attitude in the new moon. So we are excited to have you here with us. I am SarahSpiritual. If you're just joining us, we would appreciate it if you share the page. We are celebrating the new moon with all of you. I've got my new moon candle here. We're going to have to light this one, Helena, when we get a chance. We've got our fabulous new moon oil with fresh herbs in it. It is fabulous. We're going to spray a little bit of our new moon spray. It is something that smells delightful, is the fragrance. And we're going to spray this here to open up the energy of the new moon. We're going to invite you to embrace the vibrancy of the new moon and to embrace the energy that is coming of this new cycle as we are really getting ready for the true new year for us spiritual people that will be coming to us in the spring equinox. We're so excited to have that. So we welcome all of you. We've got our beautiful fairies here. I personally love this fairy. This fairy is for sale. This is our beautiful fairy. She's got this gorgeous butterfly here. We also have our little dream fairy who is on the moon. She is also exquisite. So we've got a lot of beautiful, cute things here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. And then, of course, our little sunflower fairy. She just makes me feel so special. So we welcome you here. Leave your question and your birth date right here in the feed. That's what we need to answer you. And we're going to just place these back. There we go. All right, how's everyone doing? We're going to open up to the new moon, and if you want to create, you want to set your intention, I invite you in the feed to say, I am in, I am claiming my new intentions now. I am in, I am claiming my new intentions now. And if you feel comfortable, write down your intention right there in the feed, because we want to hold that energy for you. I am claiming my new intention, and write your intention right there in the feed. We're going to give you a minute to catch up with us and place that in, and of course pop in a question as well. And just post your question once. We will be able to find you and pull your question. Helena has a great way of organizing all of that, and she's been navigating some sound technology. I guess Mercury retrograde just wants to play with our sound. Can't play with our emotions, isn't going to get us upset or anxious. We appreciate your patience with that, but let's see what we've got going on with Helena in her new moon energy and her new emotions that she's choosing to experience in 2020.
Can y'all hear me? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that echo. Oh. All right. I got to turn down on our end, so.
Okay.
My new emotions?
Yes. What new emotions are you claiming? She said, Sarah, you always have to put me on the spot.
I am so on the spot right now.
You are so on the hot seat. You're hotter than a flapjack in a hot griddle, girl. Let's go.
What am I doing? I'm sorry.
You are going to tell us what happened to Helena Cam.
I don't even have card cam out right now.
Okay.
I'm in a tizzy right now.
Okay. So she's in a. So Helena, what emotion are you going to choose to embrace with this new moon?
I am choosing to embrace clarity.
Clarity.
Forgiveness in technology.
Well, it's just Mercury. We're good.
Yeah.
Clarity.
Clarity, yeah.
Okay. So Helena's word is clarity. What's your word? What emotion are you choosing to claim here in 2020? Lori Ann is saying, I am claiming my new intention. Now, how will my summer go? She's like, I got my new intention, Sarah. It's packed in my bag, and I got my umbrella and my sunscreen. How's my summer going to go? I don't know. We're going to have to let you know about that when we get to the questions. But we are asking here to find out how you're going to claim your emotion. What emotion are you claiming? Helena's claiming clarity. Put it in the feed. And we're going to begin to answer some questions. I am going to use this new fabulous deck here. And of course, I will be doing automatic writing and connecting to your guides, your angels. We are really going to connect. And let's see, I've got all my phones here. Perfect. So how's everybody? We're going to go ahead. And Helena, if you've got a question for me, that's going to be good.
I was only able to grab a couple while this is going on, but I got Nesh Donaldson.
Nesh Donaldson.
Nesh wants to know what you see for her career-wise.
Nesh. And let me see, birthday there? Okay. So actually it's good for you because what I see here in your opportunity, Nesh, for careers, it's very appropriate that this 2020 you're gearing yourself to career because 2020 is a time of your personal career growth. it's all about 2020. It's all about what you grow. It's all about how you grow it. And so what steps forward for you in the cards of our goddesses is the white buffalo calf woman. And she says sacred fire. It's a sacred time to use the energy of fire to burn out old emotions, to burn out old energy, and really use this fire to warm up the energy of what you desire to bring forth. And I feel as if when I move you into the month of April, May, that's when the shift and change begins to happen. And you want to purify, the goddess Pel says, you want to purify this energy here of what you want to create. So let's not take the experiences from an old experience in a career, a job, or work, and move it into the new adventures that I see. So let's look at the month of April to bring forth change. This is also a year for you, Nesh, of increase. Financial wealth and increase come to you in this day, but follow your heart and your passion, Nesh, and I will see you moving forward in something that is very focused. You have a great ability to focus and manage multiple projects, but you also do well when you are in this energy of being in charge. So let's see where you move yourself forward. I will say that April opens that up, and by September, I feel like you've built enough momentum to recognize and feel the change in your career. And they throw a book at me, Nesh, which makes me feel as if you need to pick up a book and study or fresh up or take a test. There's some kind of knowledge that they're giving me that will be of great assistance. Thank you, Nesh, for your Facebook question. So everyone, please, let's see how I can take you into this energy of this new moon, this new energy here. Lakeisha Gardner's claiming her new intentions. A card just fell for everybody, and that's the wind card, which is isolation. And then we have the patience card, also a wind card. So the wind is bringing us the movement of old energies that have made us feel isolated, those emotions. And also the wind is bringing us patience. You know, the wind knows that it's going to be in a certain pattern for a while, and then it's going to change. So if it's uncomfortable in that energy, if wind were a human, we're uncomfortable in the energy that we're in, we have to be patient and know that that too, like the wind, will change. Just like the song we opened up the show with, the winds of change are here upon us now. BJ says, I'm claiming healing from all that I've been through these last few weeks. So thank you, BJ, for that. We support you in that intention. And we've got quite a few people. Danielle is saying, I am going to really claim clarity and some peace. I guess we are looking at a lot of peace in this energy for everyone, as well as clarity. I think people are a little partly cloudy coming out of 2019. And integrity is critical. You know, those of you who want to build a business or move ahead at work, we want to be in this energy of integrity. And that will require us to use a little fire energy and burn out old beliefs and burn out the illusions that may be present, because we need to be of integrity to move forward. Who else do you have for me, Helena?
I would like to go to, let me see here, Danielle Ortez. And Danielle says, I know Spirit has a message for me. She seemed to cannot shake a sadness. Any guidance on getting rid of that?
Let's see what we've got here. So I know that there's a message and she needs the Spirit's guidance to shake what is inside. Well, there's a feeling of disconnect that I see here. And I also see, Danielle, that this feeling of sadness, and I also am going to need a pen, Helena, this feeling of sadness is moving from the energy of a big soul dive. Last year, I feel like you were really questioning a lot of things about your life, people, experiences, and you've kind of sorted through. And what you're going to find is the energy is going to shift and change for you as you clear up these emotions. And a lot of the sadness probably started to really bubble up when I take you into the energy of October of last year, October, November, December, January. And now we kind of really are feeling this heaviness, this sadness, this discontentment. And that's the energy that's really going to cramp you up and stop you. But as you release those emotional binds and that energy, and you don't allow it to tie you up. When you hold that energy in front of you and say, the sadness that I feel is an illusion, the sadness that I feel is not allowing me to move forward because there's a part of me, a little aspect of me, a little piece of my little girl that is not feeling safe, is not feeling supported, is not feeling as if she can move forward with confidence. And that scarcity, that feeling, that worry, that lack is very uncomfortable for you. And when I move you into this energy of 2020, the month of March, I really feel a lot of shedding energy, and I also feel the disappointment of other people's promises not being sustained and maintained around you. So remember that people are human, they will disappoint you, but you can set your intentions and know that whatever is not given to you by a human, you will be delivered and something great will come of it. Thank you so much, my dear, for your Facebook question.
I like how you're putting the card down for the card cam, and I'm not even at the seat to turn the card cam on.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
I trained you right.
You trained me right, Helena. Yes, indeed.
I want to go to Isabella Fox next.
Okay.
She said, I had a vision today while meditating on new love, and it's on the way. And as she says, as I was sculpting my horse, his face kept popping up in my vision. My heart was full of love and emotion. Am I ready to meet him? Does Spirit see what I see?
Isabella Fox, let's see what we've got going on here. We're going to pick from our love deck here. We are going to take this beautiful energy and we're going to take 4 cards because that's where I'm being led. But when I look at the energy around you and the timing, my dear, what better time than this beautiful new energy of 2020, the month of May, spring having sprung. So I'm going to place you in the month of May for love coming. First card I pick, my dear Isabella, is bam, Sacred Union. Bam, it's right here. Sacred Union brings you a sacred union. That's the first card down. And then I also see here reflection. Give time and space to yourself and work in the energy of reflection. And then I also see sexual union. Okay, girl, I think love is coming, and May is looking pretty hot to me, let me say that. And then be aware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like in another is also your reflection. So focus your intentions, dear Isabella, on what you want to create. That's the picture here. Let's see this in the cam, Helena, because our first card down was our sacred union, and then we went to our sexual union. Apparently Isabella's going to be very busy. And then we have our reflection time. We want to reflect. And then we have our fabulous energy of focusing our intention and creating that energy. And what we see in another we admire is what we possess, and what we do not like in another is also what we are reflecting upon for ourselves. So we've got some beautiful cards for you, and I do believe that you were having a glimpse, a taste, a peek, just a sneak peek, a preview of what's coming, and May looks like a perfect month for you, Isabella Fox. So thank you so much for your question here on Facebook. Thank you for sharing. Who else do we have here? On our Facebook feed, we're going to keep these questions going and coming. We're going to take as many questions as possible. Let's get this feed shared, everyone. I want to know, hey, SarahSpiritual, I shared the page, I shared the love. Who else we got?
I already answered that one. I want to go to Jessica Crespo.
Yes.
Jessica asking about her and her husband Frank. Does Spirit see me moving forward and making new changes by myself?
Jessica, you are going through a major change time. This energy is a time that is opening you up to new possibilities. It is a time for you to really evaluate where you've been and the patterns of entanglement. There seems to be a lot of entanglement. There also seems to be a lot of interference in the energy of you and your husband. When I move you forward, I can tell you this, that both of you tend to be a little stubborn. Frank is a little expansive in his energy right now. He's getting ready to expand some aspect in his work, career, expansion in his finances. So there's something he's distracted with or trying to work on and create. And in your case, you're closing out chapters that don't serve you. And you're like, dude, if you don't keep it moving and keep up with me, then I'm moving on out. And you want to develop some patience in this, because we're not in the right frequency and vibrational match at the time. But we also have to recognize what kind of drifted you two apart and see if we can build a bridge back before we close the door altogether. Otherwise, there will be regret moving forward in the years to come. So it is to give this a little bit more information and time and connection in the relationship before you move yourself forward. You will know, my dear, if you are moving forward in the 2020 time to close this relationship. By the time we get into the August, September energy, you will know whether we have outgrown each other and we cannot be an equal vibrational match. So be aware of that and give this a little more time before you set that intention, my dear. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
I want to go to BJ next.
Okay.
BJ is asking, when will things start to look up for me?
Well, BJ, the first thing that I am made aware of for you is very interesting time is that I look back into, I don't know, I just feel like you got pushed to the side, you didn't get recognized, something going on in financial work environment. It's just like things are just weighing you down. And when I look at the energy, I see that this is meant to be a year that expands you. And a belated happy birthday. It's a good birthday energy that you have here, because this birthday energy, what day is today? Oh, it's happy birthday tomorrow. I'm like, I don't even know what day it is. BJ, happy birthday tomorrow. This birthday energy brings upon you this new freshness, this new way of looking at things, this new way to go in a different direction, to make a change, to make a turn. I feel like it's time to take a look at career and finances and bridge a different direction for yourself and be open to something new and exciting. I feel like we've been caught up in the same thing. We've been overworked, underpaid, not recognized. Things are not moving in the fashion that you would like. And I also feel like there's been, makes me feel like there's something going on in the health issues. Health doesn't seem solid to me. So I feel like you've kind of got everything coming at you at once. Family obligations, something going on in family, you've got your health. Doesn't seem 100%, and then I'm also moving into this work environment. So through those things, you're navigating quite a bit. This birthday opens up a new expansive energy. When I move you through the next 6 weeks, you start to, Spirit says, catch a break, catch your breath, and then you begin to move forward. That's when things start to look up for you in about 6 weeks, and then we begin a steady progression moving forward, and you feel much more secure and a little better positioned as far as career is concerned, because we either have a clear direction or we've already put our foot on the path in the month of this July time. That's a loose vibration that I feel, but July offers you that opportunity. Thank you so much, BJ, for your Facebook question. Is this the first time we've answered a question for BJ?
I believe I've seen BJ in here before, but
I think it's our first time answering a question for you, BJ, so thank you so much for joining us. Who else do we have?
Next I have Sharday, and Sharday wants to know what you can tell her about Michael's intentions when it comes to her.
Oh, let's check out Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael, Mr. Michael, Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael is very centered in his ego and his pride. It's really important that things go well for him publicly. It's very important for him that he gets recognized for what he does. And I've got to tell you that Michael is very intense, but when Michael loves, Michael loves. And I see that Michael is feeling a great strength towards you, a great connection, but I don't know that he is ready for anything permanent and connected in a future. So I tell you, Miss Sharday, it's a great connection. I don't know that it's going to take you into a future moving forward, but I do encourage you two to get to know each other, because you both have a connection that will kind of develop a nice friendship and a nice connection that could be of great asset to both of you moving forward. Great guy, but I don't really see him as your permanent guy, but have a lovely time with this wonderful person because you both have a lot in common. Thank you so much, Sharday Haran, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I'm going to B Mark.
Okay.
B Mark just met someone, and they want to know if there's some potential, and they're not quite sure what the year is for the birthday, but it's close to her age.
Okay, so let's see, B Mark, let's see. I know B Mark, I think we've talked to B Mark before, and I think we were talking that love was going to come, seems familiar to me. What I'm really excited about is that this is actually starting a whole new energy for you moving forward, B, that opens the door of love and connections. And this individual here is somebody who is, let's see here, really looking at their life and actually looking at the meaning and their purpose, and there's more to life. Like they're taking good stock in where they've been and where they want to be. They have a little spiritual flair, very analytical, very centered, grounded kind of mind, but they have this spiritual energy around them as well. And I feel as if the two of you have some familiar connection, and that connection makes me feel as if you two may have known each other in another life, so that's kind of building this really great bond between you. Allow this to open up. I see some potential. Potential is a little loose word because there's some significant differences in personality that we need to see if they jive. He seems a little set in his ways, but I know that there's a recognizing of souls, and that's what kind of seems exciting about this experience. So move forward. This is a year, though, of new beginnings and new love for you. So if he's the door opener or the one who comes in to stay, I guess time will tell, my dear, but you just hold that energy of your desired outcome of divine love, and it will be yours. Thank you so much, B, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
I want to go to Sammy Humphreys.
Yes.
Sammy is asking, will I receive this job that I've applied for?
Okay. Sammy Humphreys. First thing they make me aware of here is that you are tracking to make a shift that seems like we're going in a slightly different direction for this work. And I also feel as if there's two opportunities to connect with them before they go to this final movement for hiring. So when I look at that, I feel as if it's not set in stone that they are picking you, but I do see that there are two people in the running for this position. If I say this to you, hear it as Spirit gives it to me, because I need to articulate it the way they give it to me. When you line up the qualities and the qualifications necessary, is there an area, because only you would know, is there an area, Spirit makes me feel as if there is an area that you need a little more experience in, or a little more schooling, or you've only done it a little bit. I feel as if there's some area of learning curve that's there, that depending who this other candidate is, they may have a little more of that under their belt. So there's just some aspect that makes it not that you're not qualified, it's just that that aspect is counting against you. But that count against you can very well be made up by your Sammy personality, your directive, your ability to direct and lead people. So Sammy, that's how I see it, you and someone else. There's not a clear slam dunk, but we're going to hold the vision and the intention. I feel decision is made before the end of March. They actually give me the number 3, so it makes me feel 3 weeks, so that'll actually take us into the middle of March, and I do hope that it waits till after Mercury's retrograde for this, so that if you do begin this job in this next few weeks, that it's after the Mercury retrograde time. Sammy, keep me in the loop there, because then give me some feedback on this one aspect that you might need to brush up on, or you might need a little more experience in. That might be the one thing they're looking at and kind of weighing in a comparing mind, as employers will, against someone else. Thank you, Sammy Humphreys, for your Facebook question. Great question, though. I love that question. Who else do we have?
I want to go to Ashley Marie. Ashley Marie is asking, am I headed into union with my TF twin flame?
Well, not everybody gets their twin flame in this lifetime, so that's becoming a very popular term here. Headed into union, let me talk about relationship for you in 2021 is a time of union. So if that counts as heading into union, union doesn't seem to occur in this 2020 time. It seems to be 2021 because that's really a more vibrationally matched time for you for primary partnership and love. But this year is starting the cycle of divine love, twin flame love. So if that is what you're aspiring to create with a particular person, that momentum is going to build through this 2020 time. Do not push. Allow it to come forward with ease and grace. And so yes, I do see you are headed for union with your twin flame as you work through the dynamics of personalities. That is something that can come for you. Thank you so much, Ashley Marie. Great to have that question. Thank you. Who else do you have?
Next, I have Malia.
Malia.
Malia asks, I have been given a feeling of dread regarding something happening in March. Does Spirit have any guidance on this?
Feeling of dread personally or universally? That's a whole nother question. You know, it's a good question, and I want to address it directly to you as well as to the group. A lot of fear, a lot of energy out there in the world. We all want to take note of what our belief is and remember that we're protected. There's a lot of fear and there's a lot of projection, and the more people that when we hold this energy of, I think something bad is going to happen, we actually draw that forth. And as a collective consciousness, as we focus on that energy, for sure we can create that. For you personally, I don't see anything happening and hitting upon you that is a feeling of dread regarding something happening in March that you're unable to handle or is going to cause you something detrimental in your life. I will tell you this, my dear, that you're picking up on a lot of the fear because you're very empathic and you are a healer and you are very intuitive. So rein in your feelings and say, I am surrounded by light, I'm protected always, and I have no fear because I am one with Source, and Source always guides me in the perfect way so that I can create the energy of love, peace, protection, and, of course, light. So thank you, Marie. I don't see anything impending doom, so let's not put that out there, my dear. It's going to be your birthday in March. We see everything falling into place for you beautifully. Thank you so much. Who else do we have? Well, that's a good question, Helena. There's a lot of fear going on in the world.
We just got a really nice comment from Sammy Humphreys. She said, we have a great setup for our live readings.
Thank you, Sammy. We appreciate that, and we hope that we brought you some great information tonight as well. Who else do we have?
I want to go. Well, not really I. Spirit is leading me to this one for all of us. Can you give us lottery or cash 3 numbers, please?
Oh, here we go. All right, everyone wants their numbers for the week. We're going to give you numbers. 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 So Jolie is in the state of Florida. I want money, lots and lots of money. So I will tell you this, across the planet, the number 4 is very powerful right now. So the number 4 is bringing me the energy. I know 444 came already here in South Florida, but for those of you who have not had triple numbers come in your lottery, be it 444, 333, or 777, those would be great numbers for you to play because there's a sense of triple numbers coming. We already got hit with the 444, not likely for that to come again. Here in South Florida, I will say that the number 4 is looking good with a 0 and maybe another 4 or a 4 and a 477 is looking good. We usually have double numbers here in South Florida at this time. A lot of places, if you're up north, March is a time of double numbers for you up north. And then if I take you into that energy, up north, those of you who are north of North Carolina, I'm going to tell you that you want to go with your numbers 8 and 7 when picking a number for lottery, for gambling, for cash 3. And so we're going to give everyone 5 numbers here, so may we all win the pick 5. Yes, please? That would be lovely. Okay, so we're going to give everyone some numbers here. Oh wait, Spirit says that we've got the West Coast. The West Coast is lining up with the numbers 1 and 3 on the West Coast of the country. I was going to say the planet. I don't know, somewhere over there. So we've got 1 and 3. So here we go. We've got our pick 5 numbers for the week, since we're going to do this. Thank you, Jolie. Get me to get everybody gambling here. We've got the number 7. We've got the number 11. We've got the number of 37. We've got the number 6. And then we also have the number 24. So we've got 7, 11, 37, 6, and 24. Those are our Cash 5, Pick 5 numbers for us in our conscious collective here on our Sarah Spiritual Vibe Tribe. Here we go, everyone. Let's play the numbers 7, 11, 37, 6, 24. First ball up. Let's win. All right. Thank you so much, Jolie Johansson, for that great question. Who else do we have here?
I want to go to Cassandra Delau.
Yes.
Cassandra has been seeing spirits appearing throughout her home quite frequently lately, but can't seem to figure out what they want. Would you happen to know what messages they may possibly have?
You know, I got to tell you, Cassandra, that spirits don't just pop in to pop in. So yes, they do want something, but you also have to discern, and we don't always know if it's a bad spirit or a good spirit or a high vibration or low vibration. We just kind of see. So the first thing I would tell anyone when they're seeing a lot of spirits in the house, and you're not going to chase away the good ones, is I would suggest that everybody clears the house, clears the energy, burns some incense. Sage is often not strong enough. Burn some charcoal, put some resin on the charcoal. You can use many different products. We have quite a few here at the center. Clearing negativity. You can burn different herbs. You want to clear the energy of the house. And then once you know you have clear sacred space, then you ask, who of light comes here for me? And what is your message for me? In your case, I actually feel as if there is a woman connected to you that is on your mom's side of the family. Makes me feel as if I want to place her in that grandmother, great-grandmother energy, but I really place her more in grandmother energy. I feel like she's moving energy around you to get you aware and to pay attention. I feel as if you've been distracted and you have not had your mind focus on what you need to be doing. Seem distracted and scattered. And I really feel that you want to kind of get your energy settled in the house so that you can be in more peace, and then you can get a clearer connection. I also see that the guides and angels are working with you in your dream state. And I also see that, I don't know if there's a child in the house, but I see there's another room that has someone who's not sleeping well. They're waking up in the night. Seems like a child that isn't sleeping well. So I want you to kind of check one of the other bedrooms, not the one you sleep in, because that room seems to need a special cleansing as well. Keep us posted on that, my dear, but I feel as if you are being visited by some energy that needs to just clear, that's been heavy in your house, scattered energy, and I see the energy of grandmother energy. Give us some feedback here in the feed for us, and we greatly appreciate, Cassandra, you following the show and being a part of us. Thank you so much. Okay, and Tina Calloway, thank you. Frankincense is actually not excellent for clearing spirits out. Frankincense and myrrh is used for blessing. I never recommend frankincense to anyone to clear out a space. It is really more for blessing. So that's usually my second step in the energy. We recommend some stronger, more intense fragrances than frankincense and myrrh. Remember, they brought the master teacher Jesus when he was born, frankincense and myrrh. Those were gifts, so they weren't meant to clear out that energy. They were just gifts to honor the high vibrational energy of Master Teacher Jesus. So that's the lesson in that. But thank you for that feedback in the feed. But I do want to share that Palo Santo is great, Lynn, but it's not strong enough as well. Again, creating sacred space. We recommend Clearing Negativity brand that we have here. We also have Copal that we have. There's something else that's like benzoin. Quite a few stronger fragrance, more pungent, to clear out and bang out the energy. Sometimes we can also recommend some blends of herbs. And then we bless with frankincense, myrrh, patchouli, lavender, roses. Then we bring in the high frequency energy of this light, fragrant connection with source. So thank you very much. Okay, and Cassandra says she's going to keep us updated. Todd says mugwort. That's not for clearing out as well. That's for enhancing the dream state and opening up energy. Some people will use cedar to clear. That can be used for that as well. Sage and cedar kind of fall underneath the resins that I recommended. Sage is kind of clearing more personal space. It's not usually strong enough to clear out most of the spirits that might be in a house that need just breaking up. Remember, we're human. We have an auric energy. Our field is out there. We pick up other energies, and then we come in our house. Our shoes track energy. We bring it in our house. That's why a lot of cultures leave the shoes at the door. You don't bring the energy in. There's a reason. It's not just because they don't want dirty floors. There's a spiritual reason for that, because everyone's feet walks and they leave their energy. They leave their imprint, their energetic imprint, and you walk in other people's energy. And sometimes you pick up that energy, you bring it home. So this is how we keep the energy clear, by not wearing our shoes in the house, many things that we do. Who else do we have?
I was like, is my mic on? I can't hear myself. Next we have Lakeisha Garner-Thomas. She's asking, what am I doing wrong again? She thought she was on the right track and was letting go of things that no longer serve and loving herself more, but she's being attacked at work in love with money, and it's just weird.
You're being attacked at work in love with money? What? What? I don't understand that part, but okay, what am I doing wrong again? Okay, first of all, could we reword that? Oh, SarahSpiritual, I'm aware of a pattern. She thought she was on the right track, okay? Was letting go of things that didn't serve me and loving me more. But now that she's letting go of things, people are attacking her. Well, Lakeisha, welcome to the world, honey. Because when you start to change your behavior and you start to pick a different path, and people are used to you being a certain way because they're comfortable with you that way, and they like to keep you in a particular box because that box serves them, they have difficulty seeing you differently. So when you start to change and honor yourself and love yourself more and not be so driven by the flow of money, just knowing that abundance will come to you with ease and grace and trusting the universe is going to supply everything you need, and people are like, what's up with her? Why is she acting all different? Was she on a high horse for? What's going on? Who is she suddenly that doesn't fit in with us? We want her back in the box of our misery. No, we're not doing that. Heavens no, my dear. You just keep going. If they want to attack you, then you need to just center yourself and say, I'm protected by the light, I am at peace, and I'm choosing to love myself, and the more these people attack me, the more it makes me very grateful that I am not going to be hanging out with them anymore, and that I'm not lined up with their thought process. Because I'm aligning with the thought process that feels good for me. I feel aligned in my truth. I'm honoring my truth. And I've got a new attitude. I've got a new attitude. And if they don't like it, they don't have to play with me in my playground. So really, you are on the right track. You did nothing wrong. Stick to it. People just don't like when other people decide they're going to change. Right? Let's say you go on a diet. And you usually go out with someone, we always go out to eat, we always go out to drink, suddenly you're on diet. So you go out, you don't drink with them anymore, so but you maybe go out, you're eating shrimp cocktail, they're eating all these other things because you're choosing to eat a different way, you're eating salad or you're juicing, whatever you're doing that's different. So then you notice less and less they invite you to go out because you're not fitting in. But you're choosing a different path, a different lifestyle, a different way of eating, a different way of being, because that's what you're doing for you. It doesn't fit your friends. They want to stay going out, eating desserts, eating things, but that works for them. Maybe their metabolisms are different, or maybe that's not important to them in their diet right now. It doesn't faze them that they're eating things that are not maybe good for their body in the long run, and you're choosing a healthier lifestyle. You're not going to be friends with them, but what is going to happen? You're going to attract new friends that are aligned up with your new healthy way of eating, and you're going to have a much better connection. So honor that and just honor yourself. Thank you so much, Lakeisha Gardner-Thomas, for your Facebook question. How's everybody doing here on Facebook? Lynn Wheatman's like, stand in your power, girl. Yes, indeed. Lakeisha says it hurts, and we know that.
Also,
we have to understand that.
It think we asked too before. Lynn asked for what about salt around the outside of the house for protection?
You can, but the interesting thing about salt is, and we actually make a yard protection mix here at the center that we encourage people to put around their border of their house. But the thing with salt is, salt has to touch. If you have any little spot where it doesn't touch, where do you think the spirit's going? Right through this little opening in the salt. So I first recommend that you seal your house out with light, around with light, violet ray of energy, and then you can put your other things there. There are herbs and things that are even stronger than salt that block energies from coming through. But as my spiritual teacher told me, the salt's got to connect in all spots, otherwise you are not in a salt circle, and it's not going to do any good. So, and if you're ever battling a demon or two, trust me, you're going to want your salt circle complete. Yes, indeed.
Can't just be throwing salt around.
No, you can't. I mean, it does disperse energy, but...
But for those specific uses.
Yeah, if you want to seal up. We've got to do a spiritual protection and cleansing class. That needs to be one of the next ones we have. I have a whole bunch of classes lined up for everybody here, so we've got quite a bit. Who else do we have here? I got to play with my sun cards. Who wants a sun card? Who wants a sun card?
That's funny because her picture, Samantha Sullivan, she's bright, shiny, smiling like the sun. She says, "Hey, Sarah and crew, what career path do you see me going down? What type of business?"
You know, Samantha Sullivan, you've got a great light, great radiance. You do best serving other people as well as serving yourself. I'm going to pull a sun card for you, but I'm actually feeling that I want to pull an Archangel Gabriel card, but because I had the sun cards in my hands, I'm going to do that as well. Samantha Sullivan, I also am made completely aware of the fact that your guides and your angels are with you, and you've developed quite the relationship with them. So I feel like you'd make a great person to connect to angels and guides and use that influence and that connection to give people some guidance and teach them. So I really see you as teaching and building up energy here. So Samantha, I'm going to take 2 Gabriel cards for you because I'm feeling led to pull a Gabriel card. And interestingly enough, we've got some good things. One is helping with children. So again, we're seeing Gabriel seeing you helping others. And then I also have editor. Your writing or other creation project benefits from the outside. You will have some help and support. So if you're thinking of writing something as a teacher or as an inspirational, motivational aspect that you want to share with the world, now's a great time. And here, Spirit is telling me that you want to spend a little more time by yourself and redefine the business that you want to create for yourself, because I actually see 3 aspects fitting in together in business. And when I step you into the energy of this business, I feel like a lot of the creativity around business begins to really kick up and percolate in the month of June, and then by October, things are really moving forward in this business. So you may consult with someone and or work with a partner, or someone may help you get this implemented. So really excited for you, Samantha Sullivan. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here? I got our mythical goddess cards here in my hands.
Which is also my personal deck at home.
That is your personal deck, yes indeed. Who else got?
I got Mercedes coming up next. She said for the first time in years she's dreamt about her soon-to-be ex, and lately he's been on her mind more than usual. However, she doesn't want him back. Why is he popping up in her dreams?
He's popping up in your dreams because he realizes that he messed up, and he's thinking about you, and he's thinking about you not for all the right reasons. And the card that just flew up is Sorceress. So I think energetically and spiritually he's trying to infiltrate your psyche and penetrate and be like a little psychic vampire. And I feel like he kind of projected himself into your dreams. So that's never a good thing, especially when it's unwanted and we don't want him. And then we have the goddess Peel telling me to tell you, you need to purify, you need to take a spiritual bath, you need to clear your energy, cut some more cords with this individual so you can move forward. He's popping up because he's snooping in, and you need to let it go, let it go. Get going, honey. Clear your energy, take a move forward. New love will come for you. So Mercedes, I encourage you to just seal up your energy for now. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I am going to, oh my goodness, here we go. Leanne Lockwood. Leanne wants to know if Spirit's watching over her, and if so, who? As well as she burns red sandalwood, benzoin, and amber to clear. Is that wrong?
It is not wrong. Good things, however, it's the wrong combination. Benzoin is to clear. Amber and sandalwood. Sandalwood attracts money. Amber attracts the good spirits. Amber brings beautiful energy of high vibration. So mixing them together is wrong. Doing benzoin first, following with these other more fragrant, beautiful energies is powerful. We have here the Mother Earth card comes for you, Leanne Lockwood. So first of all, works. There are some spiritual works that you need to do for yourself. You need to work with your chakras. They're talking to me about your heart chakra, your solar plex, and your sacral area. So you want to work on doing some chakra work and clearing your energy a bit in your physical body. And the question is, who is watching over you? So let me take a look and see who we have coming up for us. So let me just tune in to that energy for you, Leanne. So let me just flip the page here. And Leanne, I see here around you. Leanne, do you have a cat? I'm seeing a cat energy around you. That's interesting. I don't think it's in spirit. I think it's in physical. Is there a cat in your house, Leanne? Because I'm seeing a cat. It's kind of interesting. I don't usually see cats here. I do remember a time I saw cats talking to you, Helena, one time. That was an interesting story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, Leanne, there's a male energy. I place him in the energy of a grandfather energy. He seems connected, and I actually place him more on the father's side of the energy here. So I see a man stepping forward here. And then who's the person here on earth, also male, having problems with their throat or clearing their throat, or they have some like acid reflux that's hurting or burning their throat? Who's that man there around you, Leanne? Because I'm being made aware of a man here on earth who's having problems with his throat here, Leanne. So I'd like some feedback from you on that here. Leanne says she has a dog. Okay. Let me see here. I'm going to wait for Leanne's message here in the feed. Okay. Leanne, I'm just kind of checking in here because someone here on the planet, and not someone who's crossed off having a problem with their throat. Male energy here. So who is this person right here? Okay. And then I'm also here. I have the Archangel Michael around you. Archangel Michael is standing there in protection, some conflict with someone who's in the circle at work. So I don't know if you had a problem with someone in the work environment, but I'm seeing Archangel Michael around you as well. Leanne says her son is having problems in his throat here from like an acid reflux or something clearing up his throat here. So he had to watch that, please. So it's something going on right here. So just keep an eye on that here. Your son needs to do something. Yeah, so we're going to do that. Okay, great. And then also the gentleman who stands above you, grandfather energy, he's there with you. Place him on the father's side. He's looking after you. If there's not a cat here in physical world, there is a cat in spirit up around relatives there, because I see a very low-lying animal. It is not a dog, it is a cat. So we leave you with that, Leanne. Thank you so much for your question, and thank you for your confirmation on your son. Epsom salt is good for clearing, Tina Calloway, but SarahSpiritual's baths are better. I have to say they contain more than just salt. Salt can also not be the right thing to continuously use to clear energy, because you're stripping. You always need to balance and recalibrate your energy. Salt is always stripping your energy and sometimes opens you up to some more angst and harshness because it is kind of permeating a little bit and stripping some of the sweet flow and separates you from a lot of different things, not just all things you're trying to push away, but it separates you from a strong connectivity. And a lot of people say you shouldn't put too much salt on your head because this is part of your God connection right in here. Who else do we have here?
Just quick, Leanne said there is a black cat in spirit.
Okay, good, Leanne. And I don't know what side of the family I want to place it with, but it was near that gentleman who seemed to be on Dad's side of the family. So I don't know who that is, but there is a cat there. Thank you for that confirmation, because I haven't seen a cat in spirit in a while. So I was like, what is that? I know I got my cat Cleopatra at home, but I know she wasn't running around in the heavens just about now. Okay, who else do we have here?
We have Diane Matson Davies asking, am I in the right vibration for love and happiness?
That's a great question. And you know what? You've actively spent quite a bit of time creating that energy here. And I want to say hi to my friend Alice Moore Caldwell. Hi, Alice. How are you? Good to see you. I know we need to go out to dinner and have drinks. I know. Thank you. I will mark you on my calendar. Okay, here we go. We've got 4. You are in the right energy of universal consciousness and love is the energy that I see around. I feel as if you're still working on some self-love, self-healing emotions here, so that's something that's really important for you at this time. So as you continue to work on healing and attracting love, I move you into the month of July, and then I feel like you're in this really good place. You're in this fun place. Maybe it's because you're going on a trip or vacation. I see some shifts and change, some movement, some travel coming for you. As I get you closer to the summertime, I don't feel like it's local to where you live. I feel like we kind of go to another spot, another country, other side of the country where we are. So it's not just a local trip. It seems to involve some travel. And that trip kind of re-energizes you and fills your cup with love and happiness. And I feel like we open up the doors, Diane Maltson, for Davies, for your love. I know that this is a good time for you to practice more self-love, and that will attract the perfect energy of vibration and love and happiness in your life. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Is that the first time we've answering from?
I think she's one of Lynn's friends.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, and I guess we're in the UK, so thank you so much for that connection. We love answering questions. We are doing some automatic writing. We're tuning into spirit, connecting to your guides, your angels, your loved ones, and we are answering general questions. But we do like you to be a little specific in your questions so that I can reach right up and pull. The card that just flew out for everybody here in the group is the Wind card from the wonderful guide deck of the Mythical Goddess Tarot. And we are a visionary, so the Wind will give us the visions. And we have Earth, which is bringing us manifestations. And I couldn't ask for 2 more perfect cards to fall on this new moon time of a clearing energy of the old and feeling the old emotions, letting them go, releasing them, and setting new intentions in this new moon. And I really think it's time for us to light our new moon candle for everybody so we can bring in this energy of love and light as we continue to answer a few more questions. But I really feel this push. The sun is kind of setting here in South Florida. It's almost dark. And I really feel that we want to light our new moon candle on behalf of everybody here. And we want to welcome in the new energy. We want to welcome in the power of love and setting your intentions. So I'm going to ask that everyone here in the feed that you go ahead and focus on your intention. Yes, Ashley Marie, another Wind card. That's why I know there's a lot of change coming for all of us here. And
we did play Winds of Change when we
we
started.
did play Winds of Change. And did you drop off my lighter for me? You did.
I did.
Okay, good. So this is our new moon candle, blessed and dressed by me, SarahSpiritual. So we're going to place this card right here, my happy little star. And we're going to take this energy here. We're going to ask everyone to take a nice breath. And focus on your intentions. And as we focus on your intentions, I'm just place my hands here. We're going to hold the energy here. My hands represent the flow of energy from the universe, bringing forth to this candle for the universal consciousness, for each one of us collectively here at our connection, and whoever shares this page with us who's participating in it. This also represents a universal consciousness. And We're going to just take our hands and just kind of everyone focus on your intention. Focus on what you desire. Bring the energy here. All right, great. Taking a nice breath. And say, I am the woman who, I am the man who is creating. Focus your intention upon what you're creating. I am the woman who, or I am the man who, is focusing your intention on whatever it is. Hold that vision. In this moment of now, I release anything that no longer serves me. I release it so that I am open and receptive in this moment of now for the powers of change that I desire. On this new moon, I hold this vision of pure health, abundance, light, love, peace for myself and all mankind. I ask to be aligned with Spirit, God. I ask to be aligned with my angels. I ask to be aligned with my spirit guides. I ask to be aligned with my loved ones of light. I ask to be aligned with my divine soul purpose destiny. I hold the vision of love for myself and others. My heart is full of light. I am the woman who is creating, or I am the man who is creating. Focus on your intention. Amen. 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 I am one with light. I am one with peace. I am one with love. Amen. 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 I feel the light. I am one with God. Amen. 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 I go to the sun and I feel the light. Amen. 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 I go to the moon as the darkness falls. I am one with the new moon. Amen. 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 May all your wishes, your desires, your intentions come to pass. We trust that everything lines up perfectly for you. And that whatever you ask for in this night, in this dawning of this new moon, this new energy, this new beginning, that you have the faith that it will come to pass. And that you hold the vision ever so closely to your heart. Know that that desire is between you and the Source Creator. And know that your angels will always support you. And you are always present in the moment of now. There is only one journey for you. And that is the journey that takes you to your destiny. It is not something that is told to you by another. It is something that you know inherently within you. In the core of your being, in the essence of your soul, you are connected evermore. And when you choose to turn away from the conditions and the limitations that have been indoctrinated and blueprinted in the energetic field around you, you just choose to think differently, feel differently, step into something new, and try something different for you because you feel it's the right thing to do. In this wonderful time of this new moon, it's really time to tune into your feelings and lose this repetition and this way of being that has maybe made you a little bit more robotic and not really enjoying life. If you find yourself ready to want to enjoy life, if you're feeling the feeling, you're feeling the prompting, you're feeling the push from within, then now's the time. Now's the time, because as we know, every day that passes, we never do know what day is the last day. So as you stand true to yourself, choose love, and choose to love yourself first. It is not being selfish. It is truly just honoring the light and the God within. And by honoring the light and the God within, everything that you desire will come to pass, and everything will line up perfectly in divine time, which may not always match our timeline. But we're learning to be patient as we journey in the human experience. You came here to experience great things. You did not come here to suffer and to be depressed, to experience lack. You came here to experience the experience of love, the experience of feeling and tasting and smelling the beautiful scents here on the planet, and just feeling the warmth of the sun and seeing the beauty in the moon and recognizing the frequencies as they form to form the most magnificent rainbow you've ever seen. You didn't come here to work and pay bills and just have that day after day. You came for a reason, you came for a purpose, but you came for enjoyment. And somewhere along the line, we've all been led to believe, made to believe, that we have to work and pay bills and that's life. And then whatever time we have after we do all of that, then we can enjoy life. Life is to be enjoyed in everything you do. And enjoyment is not always fed by the action. Enjoyment comes from within. So you may say, I don't enjoy my job, and maybe you are mopping a floor somewhere in a restaurant or in a school. And you may say, well, that's not really enjoyable to me, but you can find joy in doing it. And when you find joy in doing that job and you truly appreciate that job, another opportunity will come forth. Or the job that you think you don't enjoy, you might really enjoy and realize that you're happy doing that because you have the freedom of time when you're mopping to just let your mind be one with divine source. Sometimes because something doesn't meet what we think we deserve, what we think we were born for, the journey to get there, we will do some things that maybe are not what we had in mind, or maybe don't feel like we want to do that. But there are some things that we have to pass through to get where we're going. And in that journey, we have to find gratitude and appreciation, joy, light, love, and we have to truly be fully centered in that moment. Because you can't tell me that an athlete or a dancer, when they're practicing and their bodies are hurting and they know they need to go a little bit longer to practice to be ready for the performance or the game, that at that moment they're loving the pain. They're just doing what they know they need to do to be prepared. Sometimes we have to do what we know we need to do so that we can be where we want to be. But we can find joy knowing we're investing in ourselves, investing in the greater picture, and be pleased at our ability to focus our attention and our intention. Don't be critical with yourself. Focus your intention and trust that you will know exactly the right thing to do. And if for any minute ever you ever feel as if you're alone, just say, angels, are you with me? I need to know. Give me the evidence. Give me the proof. Give me the guidance that I seek so that I know that I've made a connection and I have put my foot upon the greatest path for myself at this time. Know you're never alone. Your loved ones are always with you. We're going to conclude this broadcast right here and right now because I feel like that's the right thing to do. We have so many questions that we could answer, and I know that. But let's focus our intentions, not focus on what we need to know. Focus on what you already know inside. Take these next few minutes now that we've lit this candle in the energy of the Amen to say our prayer in gratitude to the divine source creator. Say your prayer of love to yourself and to all around you, and of course to source God. And then write down what you desire. And write the list of what is no longer serving you and rip it up, throw it away. Never to cross that path again, because you are a powerful being. And if you choose to change your thoughts and change your ways, everything around you will begin to change. Trust your feelings, trust the insight, Know you're never alone. Your angels will be there every step of the way. I do hope you join me this Wednesday night on WWNN, right here live. You can watch it on Facebook, watch it live on YouTube. Tune in on the iHeartRadio app, WWNN, and listen to our show on Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. I hope you join me Thursday night for our Powerful Spirit Guide class. If this has inspired you to want to be tuned in and tapped into your spirit guides, go to SarahSpiritual.com, follow the link to the class, register. There's a coupon code. The class is only $11. I would love to have you participate in that. Whether you're online or here in the center, it's all the same, and we are family. I thank you all for supporting us here. Happy new moon. Enjoy the ride. It's going to be a great ride. Feel no fear because you are always protected. Archangel Michael is with you. God bless you. Thank you for joining us for our Sunday Funday. Thank you to Helena. Good night. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Love may hold the answer we are looking for. Love may open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Open up in everyone. Can you feel it? There's a light.